We're ready to go then? Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. All right. So where we last left off, the intrepid band of adventurers here decided to go ahead with their plan to poison the goblins by
We're ready to go
basically sending a decoy caravan out with poisoned booze, if I remember correctly. So once that mission started, we're gonna say that it took some time to prepare that
I
caravan.
believe it was cheese.
Was it cheese?
I don't quite recall, but
I
it
think
was
there
like
was
and
cheese
stuff.
in the caravan, but we poisoned the wine.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Yeah, it's poison
Thank you.
booze. Otherwise, stuff
Yeah.
won't make sense later.
A gift basket, if you will, of poison stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll say that it took some time to get all the poison put together, to get it brewed up, to get the caravan ready, to stage it, to send it out, etc. And in this time, Lothar, his condition from being exposed to the Feywild, unfortunately worsened, and he is effectively blind at this point. So he has decided to retire, at least for the time being, and simply tend to the library because he cannot go on adventuring with his condition as it is.
I have a quick question.
Sure.
So he is a blind librarian?
Sure is.
Okay.
You can
You can
investigate
read
that.
through magical means.
Have you not heard of Braille?
You can investigate that if you so choose, but
He's a wizard, right?
sure is.
He can just read through his familiar's eyes. Haha.
These are all things that could and may well be happening. So in that time, that's kind of what has transpired. You've been, hanging about town, getting your equipment put together. You've been on, several adventures recently, so it's nice to have a little bit of downtime. When one evening, gathered at the local tavern, you get a messenger that shows up from the mayor's office, who greets you warmly as you are well-known adventurers in this town at this point. I see people are playing with the radius tool. That's good.
Trying to figure out how to turn it off.
The shoe is on the other foot.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I think you select it and hit delete. Should get rid of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this messenger, he comes up to your table and greets you warmly. Zoo, Thass, Athelios. I have an urgent message from the office of the mayor.
Well, hello, sir. What is your name?
My name is McDonough.
Okay. And how tall is this fellow?
McDonough is of average height, we'll say 5'7".
Okay. Well, what is this message that you have that's so urgent?
The mayor has received intelligence on our planned mission and would like to speak with you about next steps. Please make your way to the mayor's office at your earliest convenience.
What time of day is it right now? When he
It's like mid-late afternoon. We'll say 5, 6. So not outside
Headed
of
towards evening.
yeah.
I think it would behoove us to figure out what's going on now.
Oh yeah, the mayor's calling. I think we definitely should go find out what's up.
He's effectively put out the bat signal.
Is this normal? This McDonough character? Or does it just seem like a useless task, or is he pretty common around town?
You have seen him more recently as of late.
Okay.
But nothing abnormal about it. You know that he runs messages for the mayor's office.
Okay.
Zoo, you were eyeing him up and down rather closely. Something we should know?
Yeah, I feel like, this looks like some lowly person and we're perhaps, or I was just trying to get it established, like, if this is disrespectful, the person that he sent to us.
No, this is a formal request, nothing out of the ordinary.
Just, don't threaten the mayor, please.
Me? I honestly would never.
One time,
whoever
and it gets brought up every other second.
It's not me. I don't have a death warrant on my head or some person following me. I'm a good turtle.
We are about to meet the mayor, so I feel it is important to remind everyone. I'm going to look at it.
Should I go?
Everyone.
I'm going to whisper and be like, "Hey, should I go as the mayor?"
No, absolutely.
This is why I bring this up. It's necessary.
I'm joking.
Athelios, it may be better if you just stay here.
No, I will not be left out.
He might get murdered if we leave him behind.
How you looking today?
I'm looking like my normal self.
Okay.
It's a good start.
Well, I guess we're off to see the mayor.
All right, you finish up your drinks or meals or whatever you were choosing to consume at the local tavern and make your way to the mayor's office. As you stroll through, getting toward kind of the edge of town where he has set up his manor, you do notice a marked increase in guards stationed around the manor. There are guards posted at the gates, guards posted at the front door. You can probably assume guards posted at other entrances to the manor as well. But no one stops you. You are expected. And they do open the front door for you if you're just marching right in.
Yep.
Okay.
This.
So as you enter the mayor's manor, it is set up to have somewhat of a receiving area. Again, you do see a guard posted both inside and outside of this receiving area. The mayor's door is currently closed, but he does have what would be effectively a receptionist who greets you warmly and asks you to please sit and wait for the mayor to free up.
Is this a new receptionist?
Not new, but you can tell that this receiving area, basically the whole grounds of the manor, is much more put together since the last time you visited. It's a little bit more regimented almost.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say just take a seat then.
Okay. So you take your seats, you wait for 10 minutes goes by, 20 minutes goes by, and eventually the receptionist pokes their head up and says, the mayor is open to see you now.
Did anyone come out in this time period?
No.
So he just made us wait. Gotcha.
Well, I don't like that.
No.
Well,
you.
Just open the door then and say hello, Mr. Mayor.
All right.
Go on.
So as your party gets up, you approach the door, you open it, everything goes as planned. And inside of the mayor's office, you see what I will let Jake describe as his character speaking to the mayor.
There we go. Hey, yeah, you see a 4.5 foot tall dwarf who is wearing fairly heavy armor. On his back, he has what looks like a rough boulder with a handle sticking out of it. Set up there like one might carry a big ol' axe around. And yeah, big ol' beard, brown hair, pretty much your bog standard dwarf, and wearing the colors of the dwarven clan up north.
So as you enter the room, the mayor, sitting behind his desk, again with 2 guards stationed inside of the office as well, doesn't stand to greet you, but does greet you nonetheless. Says, the town's well-known adventurers. Welcome back. I trust that my message made it to you quickly.
I was kind
It
of
did 20 minutes ago. It wasn't not that long.
I'll kind of under my breath and as I go in, I try to extend my hand to shake his, like in greeting.
Make a perception roll.
Perception.
Is that everyone or just him?
Everyone can make this roll.
Why my roll didn't show up in the... There it is. 21.
It's pretty good.
20.
That's also pretty good.
22.
Okay, so everybody except for Kai. As Zoo extends his hand, you see the 2 guards in the back of the room physically tense up. They don't do anything, but you can tell that they are ready to do something if the need were to occur.
All right. I leave my hand extended.
The mayor does stand and shakes your hand.
Cool. Well,
And sits back down.
Could have gotten really awkward. Awesome.
He says,
Yeah.
I have received reports that our package was delivered successfully. We know that the goods were received by the party, and we are now on to the next phase of this plan, which is where you go in and effectively assess the damage and clean up any loose ends. You do not have to go tonight because traveling through the woods at night is a dangerous activity, of course. However, I would like to introduce you to Lux Boulderflight from the Dwarven clans up north. He will be joining you since you are short a companion these days, unfortunately. And in exchange for that, once you complete the task at hand, we'll have another mission for you to assist our Dwarvenly brothers to the north, and he will be the guide for that mission.
Hello, everybody.
Well met, Lux. I've had quite some experience with dwarves, and glad to have allies among us.
Wait, is that Thass? Little Thass, who came up and visited us in the mountains?
Yes, I don't remember you though.
Oh, well, I was kind of squirreled away, learning all the prayer books and masonry and, all the usual
Oh,
things.
you were among the priests.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I spent most of my time with the Paladins.
Yeah, that'll do it. Well, we might have sparred at one point then.
Well met.
Mm-hmm. And the rest of you, I don't think I caught your names.
Oh, me? I'm Zoo. I'm the local tender of the berries. You may have heard of them. We make the giggle juice, giggle wine. And
I've heard about the tender berries of this region.
yeah, they're good, and just help make sure things are going well at the old library. That's me, but
It's quite a library y'all have.
Oh, it's a beast of a thing. Quite magical. You should stop by there sometime if you have any knowledge to share or anything you want to look up.
Well, I got a few ideas of things I might go looking for.
It is at this point that the mayor clears his throat staring directly at your party, kind of giving you a nonverbal cue, if you will.
Something in your throat, Mr. Mayor?
He kind of leans back and says, "If there's nothing else, I'm a very busy man."
Oh, I'll take that as a cue to leave then. Sorry, not super familiar with all the human customs. Well, a new friend?
Yeah.
Care to get a drink?
Oh, that's down for it. Let's go.
Very good.
Yes, let's.
All right. As you make your way out of the manor, all the same guards, all the same stuff, but you do there is an inkling in the back of your head of, did the receptionist actually get any message, or did we just wait for nothing?
Definitely feel we've waited for nothing.
And is it the receptionist or the mayor that's the jerk?
Could go
Power
either
trip.
way. All right. You make your way out of the manor, and do you go directly to the tavern, or is there anything else you'd like to do?
Oh, tavern for sure.
Very good. All right. You make your way to the tavern. The barkeep greets you, and then halfway through the greeting, kind of stammers, "Go, were you just here?"
Me? No. Oh, the
Okay.
rest of these?
Uh,
Couldn't say.
This is our new friend Lux. And there's, it's a good time to celebrate. Always having new friends. Thought we'd just come onto the bar and drink a little more. We're not alcoholics. Just this is, new friend.
He shrugs his shoulders and goes, "Hey, anything that keeps the business afloat is good with me. The usual."
Yes.
And then he looks somewhat down at you, Lux, and says, "I don't know what your usual would be."
Whatever the strongest thing you got is.
Very
Us
good.
dwarves don't feel alcohol very much.
Very good. He gives you exactly what he gives everybody else,
Perfect.
which is a big pint of what you assume would be giggle wine.
Ooh.
You are free to talk amongst yourselves if you would like.
So, what's this mission entail? Something about making sure a delivery got there?
Yeah, we were delivering some goods up north. I just want to make sure that they got there.
All right.
We shipped some goods up there. And if everything worked out, then negotiations with the goblin should go smoother.
Fantastic. Well, are we leaving tomorrow?
I don't have anywhere else to be.
I can leave whenever.
Been no reason to delay.
Fantastic.
I have a quick question about the guard station around the manor. Are these just guards that were in the town already, or does it look like these are fresh guards?
Like hire out mercenary kind
Yeah.
of situation.
You did not recognize any of the guards. Their origin, I cannot tell you, but you do not recognize them.
Okay. I'll turn to Lux. Did you come in with the regiment of the new guards, or what brings you to this town where know where you're coming from, but
It's not exactly a long story, but it doesn't paint me in the best light exactly. I'm actually coming to ask for help as well.
Oh, what's wrong?
Well, and I'm gonna pull the big old rock off my back and kind of lay it on the table and go, "This is something of a chosen sword. Really important to my people." And well, my gran always said that I was the chosen one, that I was destined to pull it out of the mountain. But when I pulled on it, it didn't come out. So I chipped it out of the mountain and took it with me. And it turns out that it was keeping some kind of deep dark horror locked up. So that's loose down in the mines now. And I'm not strong enough to beat it by myself. So I was hoping you all could maybe come into the bowels of the mines and help me kill it.
Oh.
And
Well,
the rest of the dwarves are unable to handle it, or is this just some other area of the mine, like a derelict area?
Well, it's not that the clan couldn't handle it. It's just that I didn't tell them.
yeah, I can understand. Everyone, has things to live up to and high standards put on them by other people.
Yeah, well, and I try and clean up my own problems, but sometimes you got to admit when you can't. So but I don't want to lose face with my gran especially.
So it's interesting the mayor didn't bring that up to us. What was he offering? Like, I'm sure that you asked him for aid first. Did he offer anything to help you out?
He offered me you guys. Apparently you're the some of the strongest adventurers around.
I see. So, but he didn't let us know.
He's a wily one, that mayor. Never can tell what's going on with him.
No, you can't. So, well.
So, Lex, you're here alone. There's no other dwarves that are coming to reinforce us against these goblins, if necessary.
But I mean, I think I'm about as much reinforcements as you're gonna get. I'm here on my own. I don't know. They might be sending more. I couldn't tell you.
How
So
effective?
you're not aware of any message that went out to the dwarves?
Well, not really, but I've been working on getting that sword out for like 3 weeks now.
Okay, so it is coincidence that you're here and not reinforcements.
For my part, yeah. Couldn't tell you if other help is coming or not.
So glad
I mean,
to
we
have you.
could travel up north and ask.
How effective are you with that sword and rock contraption you got going on there?
Well, I'm gonna say pretty. I haven't tried it yet.
Okay. And there was nothing in the kind of the old lore about extracting the sword, about what was maybe summoned, or why this was like a barrier. Anything from your gran, maybe, that she told you? Maybe she told
Nope.
you not to pull the sword out. And
No, she told me I was the chosen one.
gotcha.
I mean, what
Okay.
else could I'm her special little boy mean?
Well, yeah, I'm sure that's what it meant. Yeah, I'm open. I think the goblin's a little bit more pressing. It's the whole town, and then that's potentially at risk here, and our kind of our livelihood here.
Oh, yep. Nope. First things first. Don't worry. The rocks I put in place should hold. We'll deal with the goblins and then get things figured out. So it sounds like you're in.
Yeah, I'm down. Just sounds like a good story. I'm open to it.
Well, in that case, next round's on me. I'm gonna zip over and buy another round.
The barkeep gladly takes your money and gives you another round of booze.
Hey.
And if there is nothing further, we can go into the night and into the next morning, unless anyone would like to do anything else.
No, Just my nightly staring and singing at the night.
Very good.
Little weirdo.
Okay.
I can see in the dark, man.
Okay. You awake the next morning, getting all of your belongings together, ready for another adventure. And where are you meeting up before you head out?
I think the bar sounds good. Assuming that's where
Bar.
Lux would stay.
Very good. So you meet back up at the bar. It's not quite as busy early in the morning, but the barkeep is still there, and he is staring at you a little bit. Another round, eh?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're not out yet, are you?
Mm-mm. Nope. Thanks to Zoo here, the berry wine, it flows.
Yep.
I think you'll probably note a significant purpling of the lips and beard since you saw me last.
Lux, did you leave last night?
I think
Well, my
more
plan was to
importantly,
stay at the inn.
Have you slept?
Well, who needs sleep? Not me.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Question.
Don't
for
you
Duggles.
worry. I passed out there for just a minute.
Sure
Sure
so
felt
we're
like a
following
long
his
rest.
quest, or we're following our quest?
Our quest,
Our
I
old
think.
one.
Mhm.
What?
It's up
The
to you.
goblins.
Goblins first.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Actually, I have a few more. Do you know what kind of creature you unlocked?
Get
I
a look at it.
mean, I definitely saw a lot of shadow and darkness, a lot of
Mm.
fangs and teeth, eyes. It was fast, strong,
How
definitely magical.
big would you say this thing was?
Yes.
Okay. Can I take a look at your sword to see if there's any like runes or anything to maybe determine what was locked?
Oh, that's a great idea. And I'm gonna pull the sword out. I'm gonna try and make an Arcana check, if that's all right with you, there, Doug.
You may. Zoo, you can as well.
Hey, 19.
Arcana. Oh yeah, we're going. 21.
Certainly not King Arthur.
That's pretty good. What languages do you comprehend? Starting with luck.
Common and Dwarvish.
Nice.
Yeah, Common, Sylvan, Goblin, and Draconic.
Interesting. Okay. You do see markings on what you can see of the blade, but it doesn't give you enough information to really understand what it means. But you can assume that this blade is magical in nature.
And you got a history I could recall or like legend?
You can try.
That'd be
It's a very hard roll. I will say that.
Can I help and give you guidance?
Good.
So advantage and plus a 1d4.
Yeah, and I'm going to try. Can I bardically inspire myself? Other than myself, okay. Yeah, I can try. Okay, I'm gonna try to recall anything I know historically. Oh,
Ooh.
Pretty good.
Plus a D4, right?
Where do you see the
23.
languages?
You do recall some tales, nothing official, but some tales of a dwarven warrior basically fighting off something evil underneath the cave. You do know that the dwarven fighter never made it out of the cave and has assumedly perished in combat with whatever this evil presence is. But again, it's like old wives' tales. Like
Yeah.
it's
Well, I'll share this with the group. Like, I heard this story this one time about this fighter guy who went into a cave and didn't come out. I mean, that's basically the gist of what I just heard.
it's basically the same level of credibility as saying like, don't go outside at dark because there's boogeymen.
Okay, I'll say it very as convincingly as I can that it's make it sound very dire.
I'm gonna sit there and try to nod sagely.
Seems like it may be a blade of sealing of some sort. But who knows? Can we write
Well,
stories?
no, it was in the floor for sure, not the ceiling.
But
Okay. This is hurting.
my character rolls my eyes.
Got him.
Well,
Now, on the upside, I'm gonna pull like the tiniest possible pebble out of my pocket and go. On the way down, I managed to chip this off. So I think with 3, maybe 400 years, I can probably get the rest of this rock off.
does the rock itself look magical, or is it just the blade when we're investigating, like with Arcana?
It is definitely not a normal mineral formation.
Okay. Well, I think we fight the enemy we do know, and we'll leave the unspeakable horror for a little bit later.
That's some wise words right there. Very good. So you set out?
Real quick, housekeeping question.
Mhm.
I noticed that Jake and I's characters aren't imported. Or
Kindness.
my character isn't imported.
You should be.
On the right-hand bar, the third tab should be actors.
Yeah.
If you click
Oh,
on
there
that.
it is. Okay, it just didn't pull up at first.
Yeah, it took me a minute to find it too.
Cool.
Good, Kai.
And then, yes, I did want to pose a question to you, given the fact that my chosen weapon was an arrow. I see it already updated, but I wanted to change my martial or my character's fighting style to archery. The fighting style is archery. You gain a +2 bonus to attack rolls you make with ranged weapons, and my martial archetype is arcane archer. I just wanted to make sure that was okay with you before I committed to that fully.
Sure. Yeah, you can do that real quick.
Okay, it already updated. You don't have to do anything else.
Okay.
I just wanted to
You're-
make sure it was good with you as far as storyline, and I didn't want to make it like,
Yep, that's
Okay.
fine.
Cool.
I'm rolling my tail from beyond for the day.
Ooh, what does that do?
Oh, I should click that.
That's the variable.
Yeah, so I got a 4. Tail of the runaway. The target can immediately use this reaction to teleport up to 30 feet to unoccupied space. I can do it on somebody else. So I can bestow
That's
this
awesome.
tail, but it's random what tail I have. That's using a Bardic Inspiration to do it, to bestow it.
That's very cool.
So that's the one that I have. That's the tail.
I dig it. Okay. Any other housekeeping that you need to do prior to setting out?
that was the only thing I needed to make sure that was okay.
Alrighty. Well, then without further ado, you set out. It is early morning, very bright outside. And you're basically just walking down the same path that you took when you came back from the encampment the first time. Unless you're actively trying to stealth or be sneaky in any way or want to do anything in particular, I'm assuming you're just walking through the forest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that sounds good.
Obviously,
Right.
trying to be alert about it, you know.
Yeah.
Otherwise than that.
See if there's any of the fairy dragons around.
You can make a perception check if you would like.
I would like. Lovely 11.
No such dragons afoot.
Oh, okay, Mr. Winky.
Don't like that.
How do I roll as my player? Because when I roll, I don't have any options up at the top left like I do in the other session.
Yeah,
So-
once you pull your sheet up, if you click on a skill, it'll let you roll at normal, advantage, or disadvantage.
You can do a test roll if you'd like. Just to...
Detail. Perception. Norm. Oh, nat 20.
Hey!
What a waste.
Too bad it was a test roll.
Can I make that as my actual that's my actual perception roll?
No, because you didn't state you were trying to do anything before you rolled.
Dang it. Dang it. That sucks.
Yeah, I'm not a stickler for most things, but you do have to say you're doing something before you roll.
I'm gonna roll to see if there are any dragons afoot.
Roll away.
No. Are you kidding? Two ends of the scale.
Everywhere.
They're everywhere. They're everywhere, guys. I'm freaking out.
Nope, no dragons. As you proceed, assuming that you're just keeping an eye out, etc., you can either make a perception roll. Each person can make this, or you can use your passive perception, whichever you think is gonna lead to better results for you.
Always. Well,
I'm gonna do my passive perception.
Fuck.
I would like to say I gave you the option.
Let's see what my passive perception.
There we go.
3,
My passive
9,
perception
nice.
is 13.
All right. So Bass and Athelios, as you make your way through the forest, you start picking up a somewhat of a pungent, sweet odor on the air. Athelios, you're not really sure what to make of it specifically. However, Thass, you do pick up with your sommelier nose at this moment in time a waft of death and decay on the air that is somewhat masked by this sweetness.
Smells like there's some, I don't know, death and something sweet in the air, guys.
like a good sweet.
Hmm.
Mm,
I smell wine.
yeah, something masking it. I think we need to be prepared, just in case.
All right, now I'm pull out the big old rock.
I'm gonna pull out my bow
Yeah, just
and have it at the ready.
be ready.
I'm gonna pull out
Jake,
my
if you remember
fuel.
your character, your character sees me pull out a bow and no arrows at all.
Mhm.
I have like 4 arrows on me, so So just so your character, as far as your character is aware, I have no arrows to shoot with except for 4.
No arrows, not a ranger. Mm.
I'm a fighter.
Hey, I'm not one to judge.
He's a really bad rogue.
Big true.
All right. So I guess we will proceed, but just slightly more cautiously.
Okay. Do you want to be stealthy or just a little bit more cautious?
I'm voting for cautious.
Mhm,
I mean,
I agree.
I just looked at my stealth on my sheet, and
Yeah,
I also vote for cautious.
I look at my big old turtle shell.
I have
Caution.
disadvantage on stealth, so
As do I.
I'm gonna very cautious. Very, very cautious.
Very good. Do you have any particular marching order you would like to be in?
I'll take the front.
And I'll
Nice.
take the back.
Also wise.
I'll take the second to back.
hmm
And I will follow a second.
Alrighty.
And the Fey Dragons will take up the middle.
Yep.
All right. As you're coming through this forest, somewhat of a path, right? Like you've been up and down this path before. You do come across 3 dead goblins on the ground, who look not fresh. They're somewhat bloated and just generally don't look like it's not a natural occurring death.
Can anybody else see what's going on?
Oh,
Yeah.
What's going on right now is this is you set it to night scene. You have to set it to global illumination if it's the daytime.
oh,
I have dark vision, so I'm seeing everything in grayscale.
Yep.
gotcha.
I don't even see my character.
God, please turn the lights on.
Your character doesn't have dark vision, right? Yeah, daytime.
Oh, there's color.
My
My
bad.
eyes.
Oh, these things are pretty gross.
Can I make a medicine check to see cause of death?
You certainly can.
I would like to assist him on that.
Oh. 7?
You have been assisted, so you can roll again.
Ooh, thank goodness.
Oof.
It's better. 11.
It's better. With an 11, you can't discern exactly what the cause of death is here. However, you do notice that on these goblins, their lips and what teeth you can see are stained purple.
I knew I smelled wine.
Yes, I would.
The
Go ahead.
you guys see the purple lips on these goblins?
Yeah.
Yes.
They've
Well-
they've been raiding our caravans, so I'm assuming they got into some of our wine.
Mm. Well, damn shame, but at least it's the last they'll steal from you.
Yeah.
What do you
I'm
think
gonna
of
say
goblins?
don't just
Bucks?
hear me out. Any of the food we find on this little trip, unless it's we kill it on the way there, or we eat something that was alive shortly before we got to it, don't eat it. Just don't eat it,
Something
please.
looks diseased.
because it may contain the food may contain poison.
All right. Wait, now, how did y'all... Did you all poison this entire region?
Not exactly. Not the whole region.
Oh, okay.
Just to be safe. We don't need ourselves falling prey to our own instruments.
Fair enough. I wasn't planning on foraging, but I'll quash the plans I didn't have.
We are
Did,
transporting goods to get rid of rats, and they stole it and assumed it was for them. Yeah, so they shouldn't be stealing, but they don't know what it is.
But it may be intermingled with other of their food, so just watch out.
Well, I never was much for goblin delicacies.
I see you trying.
Oh, no, we're just measuring.
The pause
Mhm.
button is a powerful thing.
It is indeed. At this point, Thass, since you're in the lead, go ahead and give me a perception check.
$15.
So as your party kind of looks over these bodies, you do come to a realization that it is very odd that 3 dead goblins who have all succumbed to poisoning are laid out on this very particular forest trail with
Yeah.
they're just it's almost like they were placed here.
Right. I mean, they are. It is very, very odd. Also, is there any wine casks or skins in the area at all?
No.
Yeah, so they weren't drinking here, guys. They someone placed them here. 'Cause I doubt they came out here and died here. Is there any like small encampment nearby that we can see?
Nothing super close that you can recall. I mean, these are well-worn forest trails for your party at this point, and you know that there's nothing, at least to your knowledge, like an encampment or anything like that.
Well, I just mean, do we see like a spent fire in the area anywhere visible?
Oh no, no.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is odd.
At this point, I'm gonna ready an action.
What action are you readying?
Can I ready an arrow?
You can.
Okay, I'm gonna ready an arrow.
All right.
I would like to call out and say, hello? Is anybody out there? Hello?
I mean, do you really want to attract whoever placed the bodies here?
Well, maybe... I don't...
Maybe they're
If we
good
go
people.
forward, like, I think we'll get ambushed. I'm sure that they already see us if they're here, because we haven't exactly been stealthy.
Uh-oh.
So it is at
We've been
this moment that a single goblin emerges from the shrubbery. Some
Shrubberies.
some 30, 40 feet ahead of your party.
I will greet him.
Found one.
I'll greet him kindly. Hello, in Goblin.
He visibly looks shaken. You can't recall if you've ever seen a sick goblin before, but if you can imagine a goblin with like the flu, that's kind of what this poor feller's looking like right now.
Oh, okay.
He kind of grunts in your general direction. What are you doing here?
Walking. That
What
way.
are you doing here? You don't look so good, fellow.
This is Gark's domain.
No, these are lands that belong to my town. You are trespassers here.
All that Gark sets his eyes on are his domain. Leave.
Are these your friends here? Pointing at the bodies.
Goblin spits on the ground. Weak goblins.
And you're strong?
Stronger than they are.
And what if we were stronger than you?
None are stronger than Gark.
Oh, you're Gark.
So you're Gark.
Kind of.
Yeah.
He seems taken aback as you make that accusation.
Sorry, Gark. Didn't recognize you. You look really sick. It's not. You just don't look well. Didn't recognize you with like it looks like you got bags under your eyes. Do you need a little help or?
We don't take help from outsiders. Gark will take care of us.
What?
Is he
I'm
holding
so
a bow?
confused, my
Is he holding a
character
bow, or like,
says.
what kind of weaponry does he look like he has?
He's kind of leaning against a scimitar that he has planted in the ground.
I would like to move forward.
Yeah, I'd like to
Sure.
step forward to the edge of the woods here, into this
So
little
just-
clearing.
Kind of slightly behind Thass, but not in a way that makes me look scared. It's like,
As
Close.
your party begins to creep forward, he does pull the scimitar out from the ground.
How well?
He points it at you as menacingly as a flu-ridden goblin can.
Is this scimitar, is the point of it shaking?
Oh, yeah, his whole body
Alright.
is shaking.
buddy, we don't want to hurt you, just want to help you.
I do.
Well, just kind of walk up a little closer. We're
You're
not
always speaking
here-
in Goblin, right?
I'm
No.
speaking in Goblin.
Oh, I was
he-
speaking
Well,
in
I'm
common.
I've only got a comment here.
No, Lux has no idea what's going on because
It's okay,
most of that
buddy.
was Goblin, I think.
We're not going to kill you.
Before you proceed,
Yeah.
Athelios, make a history check.
History.
You can roll
roll.
this with advantage.
I can roll with advantage. Okay. History. Advantage. Please. Oh, nat 20, baby.
That's not bad. Suddenly you have a Jimmy Neutron brain burst event happen to you, and you the rest of the party kind of hears Athelios whispering under his breath, "Gark, Gark, Gark," and then it dawns on you that Gark is a goblin king who resides in the Fey realm.
Right. Okay. Arrow's still at ready. I'm like, holy shit. This isn't good. This definitely isn't Gark.
Nope.
I'm going to say that out loud. This definitely isn't Gark.
You see the goblin even through his flu-ridden, guise, he gets a sinister look in his eyes as he realizes that you realize who he's talking about. Leave now. This is Gark's land.
We either have to capture him very quickly or kill him right on the spot.
I cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
And I will charge towards him.
I am assuming that means we
Initiative.
24 to hit.
roll for initiative.
Oh yeah, 24 definitely.
I
hit.
think this guy's about to
And
just
you
die
do have
from
a ready
guiding
to
bolt.
arrow, by the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna let fly my arrow as a reaction as well to their.
Sure. So this guiding bolt and possibly an arrow in tandem.
This guy's gonna get fucking smoted. Okay.
blood mist of flu-ridden goblin.
Uh,
Not today, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 27 to hit
Mm-hmm. Yep, that does it.
for 6 damage.
All right. And then does guiding bolt do damage, Jake?
It does. I'm working on figuring out how to make it do damage the normal way.
Yeah. So usually when you put the spell in, it'll have like an attack and then a damage button on it.
Weird.
Jake, you already hit him.
Yeah, I tried to hit the damage button, but it said I had to roll first. I'm like, but
Yeah.
all right, whatever. Okay,
Okay.
there we go.
Sequence sometimes gets out of order, and you have to just do a fake roll.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I will say that Athelios' arrow is loosed first since he had a prepped reaction. The arrow does find its way to the goblin, who is very much not moving. And it is planted directly into the chest cavity of this goblin. Right afterwards, Jake, if you would like to describe your kill, you may, as a radiant bolt of energy. Just you go ahead. He is very dead.
Yeah, I set my giant rock hammer down and throw my hands to the sky and gather light in my hands and blast it at this goblin.
As you spirit bombed him.
I give up. I give up.
Where did it hit him?
Oh, right in the chest.
So this goblin effectively vaporizes under the power of this wholly infused bolt of power, and it's at this point in time where I will mark him as dead.
Also, Lux, you hear as our attacks hit one right after another, you hear a beguiling sound fill the air, almost like laughter, but not quite. It's hard for you to place.
Hey, someone laughing at me.
And I'm gonna say no. It's just my bow. I apologize if it bothers you, but
No, he asked
side
for
effect
it. He
of
wanted
who
it.
I am.
He wanted it.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no, yeah, it's fine if your bow laughs as long as it's not laughing at me.
So
Oh,
someone's going last.
oh no!
You all ever wonder if there's a deity out there who is just chuckling sometimes?
All the time.
So suit
Pretty
that.
sure all gods laugh at
Where's
mortals.
my?
If you click on the crossed swords, there'll just be a d20 right there for you to roll.
And Lux,
Lost
one more
swords.
thieving bandit down.
Sword
Hey.
right here.
Very nice. Okay. It's at this point that 4 other goblins emerge from nearby shrubbery. And
Shrubbery.
and similarly, they don't look like the most healthy goblin you've ever seen. But they are very visibly pissed off, and they all start chanting the name of their god Gark as they prepare for battle.
Gark,
And
Gark,
Lux,
Gark.
you're top of the round, my friend.
Just a sec. Gotta measure some shit. And then from here.
I will say that the tiles are not set up appropriately, so you do actually have to like drag and check it because it's not. I'm still.
Oh yeah, that's all good. Yeah, I'll let's see, 60 feet. Yeah. I'm gonna scoot up and half hide behind this tree
Mm-hmm.
and do a Toll the Dead.
Ooh, on which man?
I think this guy over here.
Which guy are you looking at?
The very top Gabo. Or sorry, not top Gabo, second to top Gabo.
This guy here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What
If
do
you
they
left click
appear
and
armed with, by the way?
basic goblin weaponry, scimitars, javelins. This guy here at the top and this guy here at the bottom have bows drawn. The two front goblins currently have scimitars drawn. I realized you probably wanted some specifics there. So
A little bit.
And I need that goblin to make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
oh boy. Well, I'm sure he's really good at that. So let's see. Wisdom saving throw. Where's the saving throw at? Da, 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 da. Oh, is it one of these?
Yeah. So if
Modifier.
you cast Toll the Dead, there should be a button. So if you select the guy that needs to do it,
Oh, I see it. So I think this is gonna work. He fails this saving throw, Jake.
All right. He takes 3 necrotic damage.
3
Mm-hmm.
damage. Done. And then in combat, oh, I need to begin combat, don't I? Sorry.
yep, and then it'll automatically move through the turn tracker.
Yeah. I gotcha. And then once you're done with your turn, you can hit in turn in the bottom right.
Hey, done.
Nice. Okay, this goblin up here. Have a little peek-see. Feet, you say? Wow. That's a whole lot of feet. I don't think he's going to move at all, to be honest with you. He's going to target you, Jake, with a short bow.
Sweet. Do I get half cover from being behind the tree?
Let me ask you, is it going to matter if he rolls a 15?
No.
Okay. Yes, you will, but it did not appear to matter. And he will similarly move behind these bushes. Why can't I move this man?
It's like you have a ruler selected rather than maybe
The move
I don't know.
tool.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right. Indeed, you are. He will move there, and he will end his turn. And that'll bring us to Thass.
Okay. So a rushing, is that count as a bonus action? Or is that a full action to run double your?
Dashing takes your action.
Gotcha. And it's just double speed, right? So I can only move 60.
It'd be 60, yeah.
Wasn't he already running or dashing when combat started?
Yeah, but we didn't really get to that, so. Because I was gonna be charging towards that other goblin that was in the middle of the thing.
I'll let you move. I'll let you move 10 feet right now for free.
Great. I can't.
You may have to use your arrows.
You may have your ruler selected still.
I do.
That
You're absolutely
happens to the
correct.
best of us. So from where you're at now, you can move 30 additional feet or 60 feet.
Since I have reach, move 60 feet to here.
All right.
And that will be my turn then.
All right. That brings it to this dummy over here. He's going to engage you. And he will. Will he? Will he engage you? He won't.
He's
If
the
you
one
have-
with the bow, right?
Yeah. I just remembered my own thing. If you have reached, does it still impose disadvantage, or do you have to be like
It does
adjacent
not.
to the? Okay.
Yeah.
Tried. Just couldn't reach him. Just a step too far.
He is going to wildly shoot at you with a short bow, with fear in his eyes,
Ooh,
and somehow,
yeah, that hits.
Fear motivated.
yep. Normal damage. You're gonna take an entire 3 points of damage, my
Son
friend.
of a bitch.
Yeah, that's tough.
Owie.
Brings me down to 29.
He is then going to take the disengage action,
Oh, of course he is.
and he will move up here. That'll bring us to Athelios.
Okay.
Now, I think you have an attack of opportunity if you have reached there, Patrick, by the way.
I thought he
You
disengaged.
do. Oh.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm forgetting why I did that in the first place.
I was like, hang on a second. I mean,
I'm gonna move.
yes.
No, yeah,
Here.
you fucked it up.
Hey, I'm not honest.
And I have a clear line of sight on this goblin, correct?
You do.
So I'm going to use. I'm going to attack with my longbow.
Hell yeah.
Unless the blood mist that is this
Does a
not quite the
13 hit?
weakest goblin obscures his vision.
A 13 will not hit.
Okay. Then that'll be it. I'm gonna end my turn.
Alrighty. This guy right here. Okay. He's gonna move in. Oh, he can't reach you. He's gonna move toward the party using half cover in this foliage. And Russell, I might need a rules help here. Can he pull a short bow and fire it right now, or is pulling the short bow take an action?
You get one free action, interact object. So you can draw the short bow and fire it. If he was wielding a sword, you would have to drop the sword, though. You can't stow it.
Right. Okay. He will simply move right there. And then this gentleman who can reach you will do so, and he will swing at you with a scimitar.
Okay.
And he's going to roll.
Stop with this bullshit right here.
Okay, he's gonna crit you, I guess. These goblins are great. Okay.
Change my
He's
settings,
gonna.
I can-
Oops.
Apparently, you left your roll hacks on there, buddy.
He's gonna hit you for 11 slashing damage.
Wow, down to 18 health already.
That's gonna take us to Zoo's turn.
Oh, I made
Listen,
it.
Russell set this up. Okay, this isn't my fault.
I'm gonna move right in here. And I'll take a look at this goblin here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna say, your head looks bloated and your ears look small. As I,
It's not a nice thing to say.
yeah,
Some would call that
Goblin
vicious.
feels very complimented.
a wisdom save throw. Yeah, saving throw, please.
Tasha's.
No, vicious mockery.
He will fail that.
All right, then he is going to
saving
take
throw.
a little bit of damage here.
Nice.
2.
2 psychic damage.
You know, you're doing less damage than a goblin.
And I'll look smugly and feel good about myself and continue to stand there, feeling good about that little one-liner, and pass turn.
That will. Oh, can I remove dead things from the initiative list?
Yes, you can. I think you just delete on it. I just normally mark it as dead, and if you mark it as dead, it'll skip over it in initiative.
Oh. Well, anyways.
Yeah.
Lux, that brings us to you.
Oh, I think you pulled all the live goblins out too.
Yeah.
I don't think I did. I still see him.
Okay, that's all that matters. We don't see them in our
Uh,
list of initiative.
okay.
Maybe hidden.
Yeah.
Well, now that there's a couple wounded goblins, I'm going to actually. Fast, can you hold out another turn?
Yeah. So long as I don't get like hit
A whole
a
bunch.
lot.
Word. I'm gonna toll the dead on this guy.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's another saving throw.
Entry to insult.
He will not succeed on that.
All right, 3 damage. Man, I was expecting more out of my D12. Right.
Why did his HP reset? He has.
He's taken 5, I think, off Vicious Mockery and Toll the Dead.
Oh, I had a different character sheet pulled up. Yep. Okay. My bad.
He might have
Alrighty.
taken 3 off the last Toll the Dead, if that was the same guy.
It was not. I don't think. Let me check. Let me look around. Oh boy. You know what? Just because I fucked this up, go ahead and describe your kill.
Yeah, similarly to how I pulled Radiant Energy from the sky, I'm gonna reach my hands down and pull them up, and I think Dark Tendrils will shoot out at the Goblin.
All right.
Yeah, pure necrotic energy, baby.
Hell yeah. I'm into it. And then, do you want to take any other actions or movement?
I think, you know what? I'll move up, my 30 feet. If I have the right selector on.
Actually, one of the safest places is actually right next to me.
Wait, who said that?
Don't believe him. You're gonna get crit.
I'm gonna go over here behind these trees.
Okay. And then end your turn when you're ready.
Oops. Yep. There we go. Sorry about that.
Oh, all good. All good. This goblin shall gonna get over here. And he's going to take a shot at Thass.
Oh shoot! I forgot. I have Sentinel. I would have gotten an attack of opportunity against that son of a bitch. Yeah, no. I just need to remember that from now on.
Will a 14 hit you,
No.
Thas?
No.
Okay. He's going to.
One day I'll have full plate.
It's a glorious thing, I can assure you.
From the trees you hear, we can all dream, brother.
Some selfish GM just wouldn't give us gold. Kept vanishing into some library or something.
Fucking.
Thas, that'll bring us to you.
Hey, well,
Our services kept getting put on sale.
Ooh, 13.
A 13 will not hit.
All right. Then I am going to... So moving around someone does not provoke an attack of opportunity, correct?
As long as you stay
Correct.
adjacent to them.
Just, getting a little closer there. And that will end my turn.
Right. This goblin. Is going to make
I
his
see
way,
what you're trying to do.
and you do get an attack if you'd like.
Yeah, yes, I would.
Me?
No, Thas gets an attack of opportunity.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
That hits. That hits.
oh! It looked like it was landing on the 4.
And I think that stops his movement with Sentinel, doesn't it?
It does. That bitch
Oh.
is right next to me. Pow! No.
Oh, just describe your kill actually.
Oh,
He did stop just in a
I guess as he
different way.
quickly is running towards our priest, my spear lashes out and takes his head from his body. The body keeps running until it doesn't.
So his body actually ends up about here, and as his head is removed from his shoulders, he was in the middle of screaming "for Gark," but it comes out more of like a "for Gark."
Got some Murlocs incoming.
Yeah. And that'll take us to Athelios.
Dun, 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 dun. I think you're muted there, Kai, if you're talking.
Oh yeah, I'm rulering stuff. Okay, gonna move here and use my longbow to attack this man's.
Mm-hmm.
But now, am I rolling at disadvantage, or am I in a clear path here?
You can just roll normal.
Heck, normal. Does a
Yes.
22 hit?
It does hit, yes.
Okay. 12 damage.
Yeah.
Go ahead and describe your kill.
As he's squaring off with Thas, and Thas is squaring off with him, all Thas sees is an arrow all of a sudden sticking out of his eyes, or sticking out of the side of his head. he's got the feathers on one side and the arrowhead on the other, and you hear Fey laughter as he drops to the ground as the arrow disappears.
Mm. All right.
I mean, he was already an afterthought.
True, but
Hey, that goblin, he swung hard, okay?
yeah, he
did.
did. That's
He
very
swung
true.
once and he swung hard.
Yeah, that goblin must have been so demoralized at the end of like you hit him real hard, you know you got him good. He immediately turns around back to you, kills your buddy, ignores you completely.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough pill to swallow right there.
Followed up with death from afar.
Do you have anything else you would like to do on your turn?
No, that's gonna be the end of my turn.
Okay. This goblin is dead.
Yeah, it skipped the initiative on him. So
Oh, it did?
yeah, it wasn't. I think maybe not.
Not doing it on my screen. It takes us to zoo,
Okay,
regardless.
yeah. So I walk up, just kind of surveying proudly the work that this crew has done, and I look at this guy and point at him. Be like, your nose looks like shit. I just can't come up with anything better. That's all I got.
All right.
And I just mock him.
He just walks up. You are ugly.
Just the most basic.
So ugly, I can't think of any other insult.
I just can't with you.
He does not succeed
Yeah.
that.
He's a sad goblin.
Take some damage. Probably walking
Rolling
up one.
D2s over there.
That's my turn.
All right. Pretty strong turn. Pretty strong.
And he wonders why in Baldur's Gate 3 he was attacked all the time.
That's Lux. Lux will pop over by Zoo and cast a Toll the Dead at the fella.
Oh,
The one who
Hell
just
yeah.
got viciously mocked.
I don't know if it was
Compound
vicious,
insult
but he
with
was mocked.
injury.
It's a light mocking.
That's all
That's why he
needed.
only took 1 damage.
And that's the DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, you put it in there already. Oop, my bad.
All good.
He will not succeed that saving throw.
Oh, yeah.
Surprising no one.
Ooh, injury
There we
added
go.
to the insult.
Once more with feeling, go ahead and describe your kill.
Yeah, you see Lux once again reach down and pull dark energies up around this goblin who simply cannot resist. And he'll lean over to Zoo and go, "You know, a lot of folks don't realize that you can also control the dark side of light by controlling the light. It's all a matter of perspective."
All in the wrist.
Like this.
All right. This goblin is absolutely demolished by necrotic energy.
In my head, I saw Poe from Kung Fu Panda and Jack Black's voice just whoop, skadoosh.
And that will take us out of combat. You have annihilated this small group of goblins. They did get one good hit in though, which was surprising to everyone.
Yeah, didn't feel so good.
No, it's really an aberration of all things.
That goes over and
Yeah,
kicks
we
the
would
goblin's
hope
head and
so.
goes, "Bitch."
I'll come over to Thass and be like, "How you feeling?"
I need to deal with this wound a little bit here. If we can take a short rest.
Yeah, that sounds good.
First, check out the area. Make sure there are no other goblins around. Sneaky thieving goblins.
Can I do a perception check to see if any goblins escaped?
You can do a survival check if you'd like.
Survival check. Okay. Dirty 20.
You can tell that no goblins from this party like escaped away from you. However, you can tell that there were more goblins than what you've encountered here fairly recently, within a day or so. The exact number you're not quite sure of, but it's probably in the numbers of 40 or 50, somewhere in that area.
Okay. I'm going to relay that information to the party. And I am going to tell them all about Gark, the Goblin King of the Fey Realm.
Sure. So Gark is a goblin king who resides in the Fey Realm. As far as, power is concerned within the Fey Realm itself, nobody's really that concerned. At the end of the day, it's an army of goblins mostly, some hobgoblins, ogres, hags, stuff of that nature. They're much more well-established, powerful armies that exist in the Feywild. However, Gark is not one to be truffled with, and many adventurers who do seek to challenge him either end up as slaves at best or dead at worst. It is not highly recommended that you go and challenge him, especially in his own domain.
Okay. But we think he may be in the what is it? It's not the Fey Realm. It's I'm gonna call it the common world.
The material plane.
The material plane. Can that be assumed? Or
You can assume anything you'd like.
okay. So yeah, I tell them all that, and I say, this may be one this may be a quest we decide not to follow. But there were 30 or 40 goblins here, not too long ago. So there may be a decent size of his army poisoned.
We already killed 8.
We have no. Well,
that's 20%.
Yeah, but how many more goblins does he have? We're only 4 people. We were only attacked by 5. Imagine if
These
there
are
had been
battles.
20 or 40.
Take them a little bit of a time.
I think we can do it.
Lux, what do you think?
Yeah.
Keep in mind that none of you actually know about Gark except for Athelion. He's basically telling you a monster story. Or Athelios,
Yep.
sorry.
Well, I'm not one to back down from a challenge, but I also don't like being enslaved or killed. So, my thinking here is our biggest job here is to make sure the delivery, wink wink, made it to the recipients, wink wink, and make sure all those goblins got poisoned. Clearly they didn't, but we don't know how many didn't get poisoned. Isn't that what we're really trying to figure out here?
I think the mayor said to clean up too.
That he did.
Yeah,
He did.
The other question is, well, maybe next time we can keep one alive and see how long,
We've
they
tried this
live.
before. We
Yeah,
tried this before.
they don't really answer many questions.
Oh no, I'm just saying, just let them sit there and we just watch them, the poison do its thing, because maybe it just hasn't been long enough.
I think we might be wasting precious time in which we can strike them while they're weaker before potentially recover.
I can make them tell the truth tomorrow morning.
Dead ones?
No, just the live ones.
Okay.
But I have to swap out some spells.
Okay.
Okay.
So during this conversation, your party has taken a short rest, so you're all able to do that if you need to.
Yep, I wanted to add in that the Song of Rest also takes place, so you get an extra D6 if you want it.
Oh, I didn't know
we-
that was a thing. I wouldn't have used all my
Yeah, Bard.
not all my. I would have reduced my hit die usage.
Yeah, I sing to you the whole time.
Do we need to use a rest?
You don't have to.
Yeah, we needed to for Thass.
Okay, I don't have
You know,
anything.
if you're gonna sit back with a bow and pluck a little harp string back there,
Yeah,
I'll
you-
use my pan flute.
You should be up front with the real men.
I'll start playing my pan flute, I guess.
Sure. I need to step away for just a minute here. But think about if there's anything you'd like to do during or right after your short rest, and I'll be right back.
Okay. Well,
I figured
sounds
we
like
were
it's-
talking about the things while we were short resting.
yeah. So I'm just wondering if we can maybe find more patrols. That would be good to pick them off.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured we would do.
We could set a trap here. We obviously know they've been here recently.
Yeah, but they might not be back. How?
Yeah.
Well, but they left 5 here. Unless they were the worst off in terms
Yeah.
of poison.
I'm curious how
Well-
the 3 up front got there. Like if they moved them there, or they actually just if they're part of this party.
Well, I think the thing is figuring out if this Goblin King is lining up with the stories.
It
Are you
kind
saying
of
we
is.
should go after the 40 and see if this Grack is among them? I mean, we did witness their skill when they took
You
the
put this in
caravans.
Yeah, they're
and
pretty
some of them
strong.
were rather strong.
Enemies. How do I edit?
Yeah, I'm not sure. We just need to get further and see what we see, and then decide if, because I'm sure like a goblin encampment won't be stealthy. That we'll be able to see like a big plume of smoke or something.
Yeah,
Use my acrobatics to get up into the tallest tree.
we can try and take out anyone between us and there, and maybe circle around, take out a few goblins, and
Yep.
hide for a while and hit them again.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Can now, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Lux, how do you feel about goblins? Gobbos. Bandit green
Sorry,
Great
I
question.
just-
My headset's cutting out a little bit. While I'm out on the porch having a smoke. You guys hear me okay?
Yep.
I mean, last thing we heard was stepping outside to hear to take a smoke.
I think there's a spot that's good, and exactly where he wants to stand is bad.
Lux, Jake, you there?
I mean, we really didn't use anything in that combat, though.
Nope.
I was literally
not.
just vicious mocking. I could definitely make you guys stronger. I have a lot more support spells that I just did not pull out.
I figured we would save that for more than 4 goblins.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna, blow my whole load on 4 goblins. You know what I mean?
Excuse me?
Crazy.
You know what I
Like,
mean, right? Like,
I don't know. I mean, you were eyeing that messenger boy up and down a lot.
oh no. I'm not that kind of
You're
bard.
giving him the old turtle side eye.
No. I'm not that kind of bard. I may be good looking, but that's not how I roll. If they, like me, that's fine. But I don't. Mammals,
Do you not? Do you not like mammals?
Not in that way.
Athelios, do you feel insulted? I feel insulted.
I'm sorry that I'm
Pretty
not.
rude.
Yeah, well, I like hanging out with them, and
are
I
you
like them as
saying
friends.
Are you saying I'm not your type? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but I'm not
All
saying
right.
you look bad.
It's you,
I'm just
not
saying,
me.
yeah,
That's
it's
what you're
not.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is everyone here? Or are we on a short break?
Jake's taking a smoke break, and his headset doesn't reach that far.
We conspired a
I
whole
like-
plan while you're gone.
Kind of does.
Oh, good. What's your plan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are
Yes.
going
We're
to
gonna-
sacrifice Athelios.
All right.
Yes.
I'm back.
Welcome back. So you take a short rest. Is there anything that you would like to be doing during the short rest or right afterward?
I'll just be plucking away to give that song a rest and just, chatting about life.
Heck yeah.
Just working on bandaging that wound, right?
Yeah, true.
I'm gonna pull out my masonry tools and try and chip off another tiny flake.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna assist him with my tinkerer's tools. See if there's anything I can do with those.
You can make a strength check.
I've got a mason tool roll.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a dex check, though.
You're fairly certain that you have made some progress, but it'd be really hard to convince anyone, and even yourself, that you actually made progress.
You're not sure if the dust is stone dust or just dust.
Yeah.
Knock the dust off the tools.
During that rest, I would actually like to walk around to the enemy, since I'm not taking a rest, and check their bodies, see what they got on them.
Okay. They have less than common garbs on, basically rags, completely worthless. They each have a scimitar. They each have a bow. And also, as you look over these bodies, if you would make a perception check.
Perception. Gotta find it. Oh, natty 1, baby. I don't see shit.
You don't know that you didn't see shit.
So yeah, they do have clothes on, and they have each a scimitar and a short bow.
I'm gonna kick this one. Not
Yeah.
super hard, but just give them a good tap. Like, they don't have nothing on them, or they don't have anything on them.
Body kind of rolls over in a collapsed heap of dead goblin. Yeah. And then, did you decide how you want to proceed?
Yeah, we're gonna look for their main encampment to see the results, and go from there.
I would like to climb a tree and look for smoke on the horizon.
You can do that. Give me a perception check.
I'll give you some help and guidance.
So that's an extra D4.
And advantage.
Ah,
You gotta squint when you're looking far. Higher. Put your left leg
Oh,
up
I
higher.
didn't mean to do that. Oh yeah, no, that's what I meant. Yeah. Okay. Cool. 20. 30, 20.
Not quite on the horizon by any means, but you do see a faint plume of smoke where you do know it is coming from the goblin camp. You have seen it before. You know where you're going. You do see a small plume of smoke, but it's hard to make out really anything else through all the shrubbery and other trees in the forest.
Okay. So I'm gonna climb back down and tell the others, hey, the goblin camp is still where it was when we were last here. So we can head that way. We should also keep an eye out for anything that looks unusual. There be dragons in these woods.
Very good. So as you gather your belongings after you finish your short rest, etc., you start making your way through the forest towards this encampment once again. I'm going to assume to some degree you're being cautious as you trudge along through the forest. So everyone can make a perception check if you would like.
I opt to use my passive.
Sure, yeah, you certainly can.
13.
All right, nice.
23.
Oof,
19.
big rolls. Good. Get these big rolls out of the way.
That's fucked up.
So as you proceed, you don't encounter any other goblins as you make your way through the forest. You do, however, specifically Lux. Make an Arcana check for me. Nice. Bleeding these good
18.
rolls. All right. So as you guys are walking through the forest, out of the corners of your eyes, almost, you can never quite directly focus on it, but you see shimmers of light. You're not sure if it's the sun playing a trick on you as it cascades down through the leaves overhead, but there's just can't quite place it. But there's just shimmers of light almost constantly around you as you make your way through this forest. To the others, you kind of almost subconsciously notice it, if you will, where as you make your way through the forest, again, you can't be sure if it's the sunlight playing a trick on you or not.
The Fey dragons.
But there's just something off, not natural.
There's not a lot of things I claim to be an expert in, but I am a light cleric, and something ain't right with this light.
Athelios, you can make an Arcana check as well.
Me make an Arcana check?
Yeah.
Oh, that was almost a nat 20.
He can.
Yep, there's something weird going on. Zoo, you don't notice anything. All right. And as you make your way through this forest, you eventually do come near the goblin encampment. No goblins, no booby traps, nothing crazy. But you are approaching this encampment. So if you'd like to strategize or do anything in particular, now would be the time to call that out.
Who out of all of us is the sneakiest?
Well, I think that would be the not so ranger.
Because I'm kind of thinking we have one of us sneak up there and take a look and come back and see if they can see if we have a whole army to face or 12 goblins and a few corpses.
I'm not very good at stuff.
Look, the last time Athelios like took the lead and got ahead, he got hit with like 8 nets.
Yeah. I was
That's right.
incapacitated for a whole day. So, yeah.
I think we're just gonna have to move cautiously as best as we can.
All right. That sounds like a plan to me.
So as you get closer to this encampment, you recall that this encampment was placed almost in a clearing. So there are trees and cover leading up to it, but at a certain point, unless you are actively trying to conceal yourself, you will be out in the open as you approach.
Right. So, I mean, what can we see from that tree line then before we go out into the clearing?
So from the tree line, I will say that you let me pull this up. So you can see the encampment, of course. So it's relatively small. It's not super well established. It's about as established as a goblin would make an encampment. So it's almost Boy Scout-ish, where that's like logs around a central fireplace. You can see kegs from what you can assume to be the caravan littered around the area. And you can make out some goblinoid figures from where you're at, but you can't quite get any details of them from where you are. You can assume that they are goblins, though.
God.
Roughly how many do we see?
You see 6.
And do we see any dead goblins?
You do not see any dead goblins.
I'd say we make a circle around here, look for any groups guarding the clearing from the forest. See if we can see anything in the surrounding area, like maybe they dumped any additional bodies somewhere in here in the forest and the surrounding areas.
You can do that if you'd like. If you would like to do that, go ahead and just give me perception checks for anyone who's searching around I assume you're searching like the perimeter of the encampment without exposing yourself, right? Yeah, okay.
I mean, you can generally assume I'm not exposing myself.
I would like to assume that we will not use such language in the future. Phrasing.
Are we still doing phrasing? 7.
As you make your way around this encampment, Zoo, you get a familiar waft of sweetness on the air, very familiar to you, being the primary caregiver of the berry patches of the town. This time, however, you do get that undercurrent of decay that's being masked by the sweetness.
And are we kind of separated, or are we still searching out and around?
I will leave that up to you. Do you want to be separated or together?
I thought we were kind of moving together.
Okay, if that was the assumption,
territory.
Yeah, together. So I will point in the direction that I think the smell is, or if it's just generally on the wind, and kind of nudge, I guess, Thass, and just point and then waft my hand in front of my nose like, ew.
With Zoo's help, Thass, you also pick up the scent. Not as strong as before, but it is definitely on the air, and you could make your way closer to it with some effort.
I'll gesture that we should follow that and narrow it down.
Sure. So as you follow the scent, you eventually come across a large area of the forest that has very clearly been dug up and then filled back in. And as you approach it, the scent of this sweetness on the air starts to fade, and it is overtaken by the death and decay smell instead.
Just to be clear, you said death and decay smell, not spell, right?
Smell, yeah.
Okay.
And suddenly a lich. No.
No.
About how big is this dug up area?
Yeah, roughly. Like, can we get a rough estimate of how many goblins might have been buried here?
Well, I don't know how adept any of you are at being
Measuring
able
mass graves.
I'm a
by
gardener.
measuring mass graves, but
I'm a gardener, so
that's not quite the same.
I mean, we can kind of
I dig stuff up, and I buried it in the ground.
I mean,
You might
I
have
am an
effort a
expert
goblin
in
will
digging
make.
holes.
Yeah, I know what dirt displacement looks like.
Yeah, that's slightly. I will let you make a survival check if you'd like.
Oh yeah, I'm so good at those.
This is like one of those how many jelly beans puzzles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're making
9.
a survival check to see how many bodies there are.
I think it was
Yeah.
me first. Oh,
Yeah.
as a gardener.
You can try as well if you would like.
Oh, dang it!
You need to get a
man.
different die.
Definitely try.
Fast as a student of a paladins are very much like a combat oriented profession. You've seen your fair share of burials, not quite to this scale or to this manner, but you can assume that this grave must contain at least 80 to 90 goblins. It is a large grave site.
Didn't we roughly estimate the goblins before? I'm trying to remember this. Was it 200 we had them at?
That sounds about right.
And I think from what they were talking about when we were, yeah. So we've roughly halved them, if not a bit more, at this point, from what we can surmise. So,
Well, with the goblins we found today, only 90 left.
so do we hit those 6 now, or do we wait?
Hit him now.
Because they'll definitely know we're around if we hit them now.
Yeah, but these we're taking the small skirmishes rather than the giant battle.
Yep.
So my vote is hit now.
Okay.
Maybe
Well,
when they go to sleep or whatever.
Well, by then those 40 might be here.
if
We saw that other, that Athelios managed to pick up tracks of.
So you think that we may have passed them? Like
Yeah, I think-
somehow?
Were those 40 going off in a different direction from us when we headed towards the encampment here, Doug?
They were mostly looking like they were going off opposite of the encampment. So whether it's a scouting or raiding party, you're not sure. but you can surmise that they were on their way away from the encampment.
Okay, so we have an advantage of a little bit of time at least if we hit them now.
Mhm.
I have a quick question. This area looks like the encampment that would house this size of goblins, right? This doesn't look like another built outpost that was recently hastily constructed. I mean, I'm sure it's hard to tell with a goblin. Like, is this a temporary? Like, does it look freshly made, or is the wood pretty, like, I don't know, weathered?
It looks freshly made in the sense where, inside of like a month, right?
Okay.
But a good question that you just asked is what volume of goblins would this encampment support?
Yep.
And it is not 200.
Okay.
It is a relatively small encampment.
Gotcha. Would it house 40?
No. We're talking like
Maybe
10 or 20. Yeah.
We're talking like outposts almost, right?
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Then I say we finish our little loot. I don't know how far around the encampment have we gone?
I'd say you've worked your way around like 3/4. I mean, you've made good progress here.
Okay, and we haven't encountered any other goblins, so let's just make sure there aren't any kind of hiding in the peripheral here. Do this last little bit of this encirclement and then hit them.
Sure.
Mhm.
We'll do that.
So you make your way around the rest of the perimeter here. Let me get this next place loaded up. Does this work if I just do this? Like it does. So I'm just gonna place. Give me just a second. So I'm gonna place you on this map here, but I'm gonna let you decide, right? Because you're effectively circling this entire tile set, so you can choose where you'd like to come in from.
How close can we get to them?
As soon as you decide where you want to come in from, they will see you.
Okay.
Like I said, this is a giant clearing. There's no cover here.
I kind of don't want to go
And
over
these
the
are-
water.
These are trees, right?
They're more like shrubs. Yeah.
Okay, so this is basically the clearing. The trees are on the edge here.
Yep. Exactly.
I like this angle.
Yeah, I won't have many spells that can reach all the way into the little pit they've got going. If we're behind the bean. How deep is that water?
I'll say it's like chest. Well, for you, you would be swimming. For the more vertically endowed, it would be like chest deep.
I would say we approach from down here, and we can use the water to cover, a flank. So you guys can be here,
I like that plan.
up here. Well, I guess I go in, and then you can,
I can help take front line if need be.
I can get you
Just smack 'em
in
with your hammer.
there.
I mean, your sword.
fast. If you
Say
say
fast.
go, I can get you in there. I can let you teleport 30 feet.
that would be excellent.
Oh, that's right.
Well, what if we let
But you can't hold it. You'd have to immediately expend the reaction. So it's
Yep.
like you say go, I
Go
touch you, and
time.
you just go.
You're just in there.
I was like, that's how that spell works. Or that.
I can open with an arrow, and then you can react to my arrow.
There will be no surprise round. You're literally emerging from a tree line. So as soon as you decide where you're coming in from, it's on.
Ah.
Yeah.
Can I step around as we enter? Can I step around the tree and loose an arrow?
You can on your turn, sure.
Yeah, let's use this as our kind of defensive-ish line where we actually kind of have numbers to hold it, and that way we can pull back around the kidney bean if we need. And that way we're also close enough to...
Yeah, it also prevents them necessarily from running off as easily, because trying to get around the pool and reach them as they flee makes it harder.
But don't they have really long arrow range? Like, isn't the...
They have 80-foot arrow range.
I feel like the pool is to our disadvantage.
Right, if we were to use it to hide behind.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying we come in from down here.
Yeah, I'm down.
This whole map is within there. Is pretty much within there.
That's weird.
The only one I think is the bottom one, and this guy, and that guy. No, just these three.
All right. Here
All right.
is what I think we should bring Athelios closer up to us.
Yeah, I'll give you guys like 2 squares kind of right where you're at to decide how you want to come in.
Yeah.
And this is how we'll come in.
Yeah.
And if we do the teleportation so I can gap close better, I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah,
So now I'm
it
gonna equip
takes
the shield.
The downside is it takes an action to do, so I don't know if I can do that as the emergence or not.
Can you ready
Well-
an action as he walks into the clearing?
Well, I mean, the idea is we don't before we leave the clearing, you teleport me to 30 feet, and then obviously,
Okay.
combat starts initiative, and I've made it at least that much closer, right?
Yeah, I'll let that happen. So
Okay.
basically, as you come in, you do this reaction, right? Fast, you can move yourself 30 feet from where you're at right now.
Yep.
Okay, right before that, I'm going to bless.
Sure.
Do you have a ranged combat? Bless says attack. Is it like a physical attack? Is it physical and spell?
I think it's just any attack roll, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's an attack roll, so you have spell attack rolls, and I'll let you know I don't have any spell attack rolls. It's all saving throws.
Okay, then I will bless Athelios, Lux, and myself.
Cast it.
All right, I say go get him. I touch him.
To bless the beast.
Why doesn't it pop in the information of it?
Why doesn't...
I don't know. It's not doing it for
Uh,
me either.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I may
but
need
you can
to
apply the
load-
effect to yourself.
Yeah, bless is an effect, so if you take... if you select all those
If you
people...
go to your
and
effects.
you can actually do an active effect if you really wanted to, but it seems like because bless is just an advantage on the next attack roll, right?
1d4 on all attack rolls for the minute or until my concentration breaks, isn't it?
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
only once. Oh, okay.
No.
No,
Bless is really good.
Awesome. It's small, but over an entire fight, it's a big.
Yeah.
difference.
So if you add, if you open up that active effect menu, you can drag bless, I think, to each character if you wanted to, and it would automatically add to their.
Yeah, I clicked the apply effect, and it only applied it to myself.
So who are you blessing?
Athelios and Lux.
Let's see if this works. All right, that just put a bless token on the map, I think.
While I'm concentrating on that, I can't smite, can I?
You can smite.
You can.
You just can't. You can't cast another concentration spell
Okay,
without
just
canceling
thank you.
bless.
Thank you.
I don't want to futz
Yeah.
around with that. So
No
just remember that you have bless.
Add a d4.
Okay, and then you can move yourself 30 feet from where you are. Perfect.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Some fries, motherfucker.
Oof.
Doesn't bless add to initiative? Because
No,
No.
just attack rolls and saving
save.
throws.
It used
Okay.
to. Bless used to be like everything. Like you're taking an action. I think it even was it a D4 or was it a D6?
I think it's always been a D4. Maybe I don't know. Maybe in like second edition or something it was different. But anyways, someone's about to get the business here. So, all right. So as you break the tree line, one of the goblins in particular, who's slightly bigger than the rest, has, for a goblin, better gear on. Notices you almost immediately and signals all of the other goblins to your advance. He yells at you, "These are Garg's lands. All intruders will be vanquished." And then he's going to come and... Oh, I've selected everything. Hold. I was moving every token there for a second.
Yep.
And he is going to advance on this creepy ass teleporting paladin. And he's gonna try to give him the business.
Business.
This token references an actor, which
Better not be my actor.
it's not.
So all you would do is just delete it, bring it back in. Unless it's a very special variant. But delete it, put it back in, and then give it a just manually put in its 20 initiative.
Okay. Drop him in there.
Combat.
And then add him to combat.
I think you have to roll and then change it.
Yeah.
Super annoying.
Then it was update combatant, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had a 20.
Yeah, that happens if you delete their character in the actor menu and you leave their token.
Oh no. It's happened for all of them, I think.
Oh, we won by default. The two sweetest words in the English language.
They flicker and phase out of existence one by one.
All right.
Go back to your terrifying
They were
Feywild.
tricks of the dragons.
So this guy
8, 11, 8, 7, 2.
Yeah, but it's important where they are too, though, right? This guy, he is an 18. He was here. Add him. Is an 8. Okay, now I know how that works. That hopefully won't happen again. You're good. You're good. You're good.
Missing the 7 initiative. Yeah. Cool.
Okay, should be good now. All right, so this, slightly larger than average goblin is gonna run at you with a scimitar drawn, and he is going to take an attack. I'm assuming a 12 will not hit you. All
No.
right, he will now take a second attack.
And he hits himself.
and completely fail. cursing under his breath as he is quite embarrassed about his his performance.
Russell, this is great material for you.
This guy back here is going to move 30 feet away with a bow drawn, and he's going to shoot at the Tortle.
Mm.
With a 21 to hit.
Yeah, 21 will hit.
He's going to roll some damage. He's going to hit you for 4 big ones.
Ooh, not my turtle.
And that'll take us to Lux.
Hey. Lux is going to. Let's see. Lux is going to move on up. And he's going to check his distances and think real hard about his actions.
Are you able to make it one more step further?
I am.
Do that. It puts you in my protective radius.
Ooh, even better.
So I have Sentinel and Interception. So if someone attacks you, I can reduce the damage if they hit you.
He's lying. It's a bonus to their damage.
Only
And-
if you are a changeling.
You're going.
Hey, he doesn't know that.
All right, I'm going to use my Channel Divinity Radiance of the Dawn. And every hostile creature within 30 feet of me, which is all of them, has to make a Constitution saving throw with DC 13 or take 2d10-ish radiant damage.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
So I'm going to run in there and just fucking flash bomb a lot of them.
I can make one dude tremble for a while.
I can make cool sounds.
And this
Light a
is
fire.
centered. So it's centered on you, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So you will hit 4 of the 6 goblins from where you are.
Oh, word.
Oh, what if he took one step to the right?
Or if you were there.
See how
There-
far is that?
So I think he's moved 35 feet already,
Oh, he's
Which
moved
is-
there.
which that's
He's
fine.
right here?
But I
Okay. Okay.
Oh, that's
Well, we'll
30.
leave it alone.
30. All right. All right.
so do you still want to do that?
Hell yeah.
Okay. So let me. Oh god.
Unlimited power.
Marks everywhere.
Oh, he hits
Okay.
4.
So it'd be. How do you select? Is it just shift? Okay, got it. So it's like those 4 guys.
Nuclear explosion.
Oh, he takes it.
Oh, it does it one at a time. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
Because otherwise it would be just one save for all of them.
Nat 20.
He fucking
Okay.
saved.
So now how do I see which one succeeded and failed though?
I think you can.
It shows in the log.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. Man, that was crummy damage. 10 damage to everyone and half on a failed save.
You mean on a successful save?
Yeah, that's the one.
Look, it's a failure in his eyes.
So 10 damage, 5 on a success, right?
Oh, it's
Um,
amount of damage.
I still can't figure this part of it out. Is there a way for me to like see which one rolled what, Russell?
No, I normally roll one by one. And do
Ah,
but
okay. So then I will do this.
If you
Clockwise
want
is pretty
to,
standard, but
I was just gonna say, pick 2 of these 3 goblins that you want to murderize.
let's do the outer 2.
Okay. And then
And
5 on a success, right?
mhm.
That's 5. And that's 5. I think that's the fairest way I can do that based off of what I have done.
Makes sense to me.
Cool.
And then as my bonus action,
Sure,
I'm-
yeah.
I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon. I don't know how to put a token down for that.
that so if you look in monsters, DM, I think that's something that you put down. It could be under that or active effects. Otherwise, just grab a random token.
Making me do stuff, man. What the heck?
Making me do stuff.
Hey, Russell had to adapt on the fly when I started summoning creatures and raising the dead.
So when I put a spell icon down, I can't interact with it though.
See if there's a monster.
Spiritual Weapon is in my inventory.
What is
You have it
spiritual
forever.
weapon?
There was just a. Hang tight.
Should yeah. Yeah, otherwise I just throw down like an imp or something and call it good. It's just a marker where it is. And I can figure it out for next time.
Well, regardless, I'm gonna put my Spiritual Weapon next to the Gobbo boss and have it attack him. So it rolled a 14 to hit.
Okay. We'll just do it this way. A 14 will not hit.
Oh, spicy.
There.
Uh,
The token.
there you go.
Beautiful. And then that's all I can do for right now. So I'll end my turn.
Okay. This gobbo is gonna swiggle around here, and he's gonna take a swing at this Novaine cleric beside him.
I can either do an opportunity attack since he's hitting someone near me, or I can defend if he. I'll wait on that.
He will roll a 10 to hit you. That's to Lux.
Oh, no dice.
Okay. Well, there was 1 dice. But...
Well, fair.
All right. He will end his turn.
Just curious, with the sentinel attack, do I have to choose to do that before he attacks or after?
I believe it's before, but
Yep.
Russell's the rule guy.
I think it's
he'll
on
know for sure.
declaration that you decide what you want to do, not after resolution of hit or not hit.
That's
Yeah.
kind of what I
Yeah.
figured from the phrasing.
When a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, you can
Like
use
it
the
happens
reaction.
before.
Yeah, so their
Yeah.
attack happens first.
So it's before the die roll. Yeah, anyway.
No, the attacker has to get their whole shtick done, and then you can use a reaction to attack back.
Are you sure, or is it I have to take the reaction before they take their attack roll?
Mm,
Makes an attack.
Because it makes it sound like it resolves. The reason I'm saying is this as an order of operand, right? It's important because otherwise I have to choose between potentially intercepting something, or potentially smacking someone, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you're right. Then that you have to.
Gauge.
Once they declare the attack, then you get your attack of opportunity or your reaction to make a melee weapon attack.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are you good?
I think Thess gets an attack.
Only if I had declared it beforehand, right? Before you did the attack with Sentinel.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I was going to intercept the attack so you would take no damage, right? Or
Yeah, I think that's why it's important that you have to declare.
That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That'll take us to Athelios.
Pop somebody.
Yes.
Pop it like it's hot.
Okay. Let's got this. Oh, nobody's in the path of my arrow.
Doesn't seem like. Okay.
Cool.
I mean, you can move.
Well, I mean, I'm in a perfect spot to hit the baddie.
Oh,
baddie,
I see.
without putting either of you at risk or his spiritual weapon. So.
What form did your spiritual weapon take, by the way?
It's a
I
longbow.
wanted it to be a sword, but it turned out to be a sword with a big old fuck off rock on the end.
All right.
Okay, so his spiritual weapon is that. Okay, cool. I am going to make an attack with my longbow. And does a 10 hit?
10 will not hit.
Well, that sucks.
Valiant effort.
I am going to. Yeah. Use my action surge.
All right.
Try that again.
Yeah.
One more time.
Fuck. These dice aren't any better. Okay, well, I throw up my hands in disgust at myself.
11 will also not hit.
And I guess I'm going to end my turn and use the action surge for nothing.
Stop picking on Kai.
And I'm going to change my dice now.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good.
I find that Thomas, the train, is an effective natural 20.
This goblin is going to make his way down here, and he is going to shoot an arrow at the Tortle. Hoping that he has the same luck as his fellow goblin.
Oh, yep, you'll hit me.
It seems like he will.
These dice are interesting.
Yeah.
With some extremes here.
He will take 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
And that will be that goblin's turn. That'll take us to Thass.
All right. As a bonus action, I'm going to channel Divinity Vow of Enmity against this bigger goblin,
Mm-hmm.
which gives me advantage.
That's
until he
big.
dies.
Hell yeah, brother.
Oh, wait a minute. I had freaking advantage on that as well. Oh, I'm dumb.
From the bless?
Yeah, from the bless.
You had
Bless doesn't give
1d4.
advantage, It's 1d4.
I thought it was 1d4 and advantage.
No,
Guidance.
it's just 1d4.
Oh my god, that would be wild.
And if it helps,
I mean,
you would have still missed on both
yes.
shots. All right, so you have advantage on him.
does and D4.
There you go.
Does an 18 hit?
An 18 will hit him.
In that case, Divine Smite.
Mm,
Get him.
love
Grab
to
his
see
dick and twist it.
it.
And I can expend a spell slot. Oh, it's 2d8. To do additional. Is that right?
Divine
Expend-
Smite expends a spell slot to use.
Right, but you can expend more than one at once. Is that correct? To dump?
No, you
No.
can bump up the level of the spell slot, but not the number of spell slots.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
I wish. My
Right.
other paladin would be fucking.
Just, I figured
Russell would
that
be
was
having
a
a
form of
terrible
zeal.
time. No, there's no zeal in this game.
Level
Russell
20,
would
you're
just
like, all
quit.
right,
He'd be done.
for first level, for second level, for third level, for fourth level, get fucked.
Oh shit, huh?
Pump it up.
Oh, this is the worst smite in the world. 16, and does bless add damage? No,
No,
just to
it
the
does
attack. Okay, 16.
You can describe your kill if you'd like.
So right before spearing this guy through the heart, I'm gonna point at him and be like, "You," right, the enmity, and then stab him through the heart and look a little surprised and slightly disappointed.
Yeah, the goblin is anchored firmly on the tip of your spear, not encumbering you or anything, but just for thematic purposes. He is very well impaled.
Work him like a puppet.
I did not do that.
I am the Goblin Chieftain. Go away.
And I will move around him to this side
All right.
and end my turn there.
So he's dead, right?
So messed
Yeah,
up.
you gotta mark him as dead.
Oh yeah, he's fucking dead. Yeah,
That was pretty awesome.
I'm glad you caught that.
All right. So I am going to, as a bonus action,
hmm
that's the wrong one, do my Tales from Beyond. And why does that not pop up? Sorry.
He'd be more like right here, though, to be fair.
Roll a D12. What happens? A 6.
All right, what does that give us?
The target gains temporary hit points equal to your bardic inspiration die plus your bard level. While it has these temporary hit points, the target's walking speed increases by 10 feet and gains +1 bonus to its AC. We're gonna bestow it now.
Is that an action to bestow?
Bestow is an action. Determining
Okay.
the tail is the bonus action.
Gotcha.
That's a pretty cool spell.
It's a bardic inspiration die.
And you're bestowing that on?
Lux.
Okay.
Seeing if I have to touch them for this one. It doesn't say I do. 30 feet.
Wait.
So yeah, I'm just going to be here. That should be 30 feet. And I'm going to give him an extra basically 10 feet of movement. Bardic inspiration die of 3 + 4. So you get 7 temporary hit points. So you get 10 extra movement speed.
That's pretty good.
It's completely random.
Dynamite.
There's 12 different options. It's pretty cool. And that's my turn.
All right.
That's a really fucking cool spell, though.
That's really good.
Oh,
Thank you,
Bardic
new turtle
Inspiration.
friend.
That's going to take us to This
All
goblin
I'm hearing right
here.
now is the teenage, like he's singing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
This goblin, seeing it at what's kind of unfolding in front of him, is gonna take a few paces back, and he's going to launch an arrow at the paladin who currently has his boss's body on the end of his spear.
Jingle jingling.
Yeah.
Man, the benefits must be incredible because I have never had a boss where if someone came up and speared him, I would try and avenge them.
Look, he just doesn't like him being waved around like a pennant.
So the goblin looses an arrow that ends up pincushioning his boss as Thas deftly blocks it with the body.
Lux, you are incorrect. He does not like his boss or the
And that'll take us to Lux's turn.
All right. So bonus action, going to move my spiritual weapon over and make a little attack ski.
Mm-hmm.
Where did the...
Oh my god, I fucked up the tail of the runaway. It's better than what you did.
Oh,
Woo! Let's go.
Crit.
yeah, that'll hit.
And all right, 14 damage on this gobbo.
You can choose to describe your kill if you'd like.
Yeah, a radiant replica of my big old fuck off rock on a stick smashes down with incredible force. Which gives me enough time to whoop. It gives me enough time to whoop.
Nice.
Gives me enough time to take a step back and Scorching Ray.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Actually, there's only a few of these guys left.
I do cantrip.
Yeah, I'll
Whatever
Toll
you
the Dead,
call them.
our little friendo down here.
Alrighty.
Are divine spells still cantrips, like called cantrips, or they have another word for them?
Yeah, they're still cantrips.
He rolled a 0.
And has that goblin been damaged yet?
He has not been damaged.
His
Right.
wisdom is infinite. Is that what that means?
You
7
can still describe your kill, however.
With the radiance also comes necrosis. And once more necrotic spikes shoot up from the ground, impaling him all over the place.
Are you
think
sure
they-
you're a priest?
I mean, yes, I am. I have an alms box. Of course, I'm a priest. I even have a sensor on me. Do you want? I'm gonna start rustling my backpack to pull out a sensor.
And then, would you like to do anything else on your turn?
All good there.
Alrighty. That'll take us to Athelios.
Athelios!
Athelios!
I was just looking at my the next level, and it would be really helpful if it's level 5. That extra attack would be really nice.
Look, you had your extra attack, and
I know it didn't.
as
It
well
didn't
as you
work.
thought it would.
Oh, he's still well within range. Is it gonna hit the zoo? It does not look like it's gonna hit the zoo, so I'm just gonna attack from where I'm at.
Mhm.
Longbow attack.
Look, you need to learn, like,
Oh my
agility
god,
and
dude!
just bend the
Holy
arrow.
shit!
Not
You
like that.
can. Well, I mean, you
It's-
miss.
Yeah, I miss. Yep. Sounds good.
You show your dice some love and give them a nice hug or
You wanna,
something.
you wanna relog?
Just clear your
Just
cache,
slightly
sure.
That's rough.
It is very rough. You are absolutely right.
Also, if I go down at any point during this particular session, do not let Athelios attempt life-saving measures.
Well, I probably won't do that. I don't have anything close to spare the dying.
I have spare the dying and healing word.
I'd let you do it because that's a pretty much that's an easy.
God damn it, wrong cantrip. Sorry, he's dead.
I would blast you with a
Oops, I told the dead.
We have a 50-50 chance that the shocking grasp will res him. Otherwise, it'll fry his heart.
Shit, I use Bane.
I mean,
And that'll take us to Thass. Gonna give it to him, huh?
Well, you know, I just gotta give it to him.
We're gonna rock, and we're gonna roll.
roll.
What?
And don't forget your D4 in there when the time comes.
It's acting like I want to attack Jake, and I don't know why. Says
Do you have
I am
them
not-
selected or double clicked
It-
or something?
It is like blinking green for some reason.
Do you have a targeting marker on him?
I don't.
Looks like you have a target on him.
I don't want to have a target on him.
I think you right click
Oh, wait,
him
no.
or double click him or something.
Either of those things are working. All right, I'm just gonna.
We'll figure it out.
I'm gonna just roll this by hand.
Sure.
If it'll let you.
17.
A 17 will hit.
It's fucked up. It's so fucked up.
You're the one that hasn't dropped him. I'm just trying to create an immersive world, okay?
Yeah.
11.
He does die for sure. You can
And then there were 2.
he perishes.
You can put them both in a line right there. Yeah.
You've
then-
shish kebabbed them.
And then I put my foot on them and shove them both off of the spear.
Nice. They have been effectively detached from your spear.
A little heavy there.
And that will wrap combat.
I messed up your Tail of the Runaway for teleporting in. After you teleport, you can choose a number of characters equal to your charisma mod that can also do the same thing within 30 feet of you.
To my
Oh.
charisma mod or
Yeah.
yours?
Whoever is using the reaction, which would be you.
Well, that would have been 3.
Yeah, so just for
We could have. That is
Nutty.
disgustingly amazing.
it's random though. Like I have 12 different things here. They're all crazy, but it's like my whole turn is like just making other people do cool things.
That is fucking nuts. I'm
That's-
pretty sure that would classify as a surprise round.
It's like I bring them in, and it's like as your part of your reaction, you're like, I'm going in, and I'm bringing all of you with me.
Man, if we had that in our other session, that would be.
Got to be a bard though.
Yeah.
So there's a
That's the
trade-off.
downside.
Yeah.
Well, and like if we're ever in jail, just like
Oh yeah, I just tell you
Yeah.
a story about the Tail of the Runaway. Yeah, this is what
And-
he did.
knew this guy. He got out of here. You guys want to get out of here? Oh, yeah, yeah, I do.
I'm gonna just rub this paladin's head and away we go.
So you handedly defeat this small band of goblins in this encampment. Is there anything you would like to do specifically?
Just check out what's here and what they've got. And these
Yeah.
guys don't look poisoned at all, do they?
They do not look poisoned.
Search them all.
Give me anyone who's searching the bodies can roll perception.
I would like to search something else.
Gross.
All right, D.
Okay, come on, man.
No, I mean
Family-friendly stream,
no,
Russell.
no. I mean this pile of dirt. I want to see what's under it.
Oh.
23.
16.
So Lux and Athelios. So first off, everyone's searching. Again, right? Like common goblin garb, scimitar, shortbow, etc. Lux and Athelios, you realize that each of these goblins has basically embroidered is the best way to put it, or like patched on to their tunics a symbol. You can roll. Lux, you can roll. You can both roll history. Athelios, you can roll with advantage.
What the hell just happened? I just lost sight on everything.
You did?
He's blind.
Get him. I mean,
Let me just re-roll here. Or
Just reroll. I accidentally rolled low. I was gonna say.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and just
Whoa!
try
I
again.
can't see my dice. That's weird.
I just
I got
roll an 8
I got an
with
18.
advantage.
Uh,
The fuck?
So Lux, you recognize this symbol, and with Athelios's help, you put it together that this is very much the emblem of Gark, the Goblin King. They've all been branded, well, not branded, but they all have patched onto them the symbol of the Goblin King.
Well, that doesn't bode well.
And then Fast,
think-
were you just looking around the general camp?
Yeah, so I'm figuring we can find if there's any foodstuffs, we probably want to destroy it, you know.
Poison it again.
I thought about that, but we don't have any poison with us, do we?
Let's
You
pour
do
some
not have
wine on
any
it.
poison. No.
I point at the body, the pile of bodies underneath my feet. It's probably poison down there.
Yeah, there's probably. Yeah. Probably. So you do find some like random foodstuffs, wares from the caravan. You find some like kegs of or casks of wine, I should say, and you're able to destroy them in however manner you see fit.
And
no.
these are not the poisoned kegs like that we know of, right?
These you can assume are the poisoned kegs.
If they are poisoned, I want to leave them.
Oh, I didn't
It's
understand.
it's the good stuff that we want to destroy. anything that they can use later on.
Gotcha. So these casks are marked. We'll say that the town marked them with a special thing, right?
What is this skull and crossbones thing?
Yeah. So you know those. There's a bunch of loose food kind of just strewn around, which you will not be able to determine if it's poisoned or not, unless you want to do something very foolish.
No.
This is seal jerky? How do they even get seals?
But then destroy the food.
Okay. You are able. You throw it in the campfire or something. You destroy it. Yeah. Zoo, are you actively digging?
Yes.
Okay. the rest of the party, you see Zoo starting to dig up a mass gravesite, it sounds like.
I just want to see what they buried to make sure it's goblins. That's what I'm trying to confirm.
Zoo is in his nesting phase. I was wondering why he was eyeing that messenger up and down.
So you are able to unearth this. As you do, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, yes. Well, that's one of these.
Now I wish I had blessed you.
How do you do a saving throw exactly? So I see how to do an ability check.
The saving throw is to the right of the skills.
Yeah. It's
You just hit-
surprisingly like stealthed on your character sheet. Yeah.
Oh.
Nice.
I'm digging.
Why do you do the things that you do?
Just checking out what's down here.
Never know where goblins are going to hide the treasure.
So as you break the seal of this mass grave, you immediately take 1 damage as a giant cloud of decay and rot and poison spews out and knocks you flat backwards on your turtle butt. And the sight is truly gruesome, but it's effectively a mass grave of goblins whose bodies are currently breaking down, turning into almost a sludge.
Blood's burrowing.
You've unearthed effectively a sludge of bloated, broken down goblin corpses.
Okay, I've confirmed everyone that they're goblins under here. Don't
All
look in there. It smells really
Is he
bad.
actually like poisoned right now, or does that damage? I'm gonna examine him.
you may roll what is there's medicine. Yeah, roll medicine.
Just lay on hands anyway.
Ooh, nat 20.
So being exposed to this potency of fresh, broken down bodies and just poison in general, where all of the gases were building up under the earth and then suddenly were released in one fell swoop. Yeah, he's probably poisoned.
All right. I'm gonna drag this little idiot over here, and I'm gonna lay on hands for 5 to cure him of all.
Okay. You are no longer poisoned, but you still have taken that 1 wound of poison damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Directly to the nose.
you have, without a doubt, confirmed that this is a mass grave of goblins.
Lux is going to pull out his censer and incense and some candles and like slowly approach the
No,
horrifying.
I think we just need to leave. Stop approaching
coming
the
over
mass
here.
grave, the poison,
Yeah.
death, decay.
Can I stand up?
You're unleashing a spell of death and decay. Okay.
I'm gonna go put a candle by the end so we can like off gas the.
Oh, yeah.
Just blow it up.
Do that. Could I, with my tinkerer's tools, make poison arrows out of the arrows that the goblins have?
Gross.
I mean, people used
I
to
need
do this, but that's pretty fucked up.
I would like to reiterate that this isn't like a pool of poison. It is like a sludge of bodies.
And gas.
So it'd be like
I'm not laying on hands. You
a
can
Komodo dragon.
here.
They have
I'm
a
not
rot in their
wasting
mouth.
more free HP on.
If you would like to attempt to, you can.
Put my hand in some sludge, and now I know.
Russell's gonna go take a bath.
No, I'm just checking out the water, see if there's any bodies in there.
You
How
don't
clean is this
recognize the
water?
bodies from the water.
He's gonna dig them up.
Would the candle actually off-gas the fumes?
No. A candle is so small. And no. Athelios, as my divine advice, it is to step away from there. Do not advance over there. And don't do it.
I begin picking up the bodies and stacking them over there. Is that okay?
Lux starts inhaling the smoke and blowing smoke rings from his sensor.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
So he was gonna start inhaling the
I thought you were
poison.
about to huff a mass grave, and I was like, I'm gonna poison the absolute shit out of you.
You take 2d4 poison damage.
You know what? You're just undead now.
So the rest of the party sees Zoo starting to pick up these decimated goblin bodies and drop them into the mass grave. And he does so. So one by one, he lifts up these dead
All right.
goblins.
Is there a reason?
We've got to cover up our tracks. I
No.
think.
There's
I
not.
think they're gonna know. I think we
The
should.
goblins died and buried themselves.
I think we should head out before the other
Think of
goblins
it like
come back.
like an ADHD kind of tendency where I'm like things should be with light things. I was like,
take the dead goblins, put them
I
with
put
the
them
other
with the other
dead
dead goblins, so it's nice and clean.
You can all make a perception check at this point.
It's a dead goblin.
Remember how I
hole.
said I would like to go, and then
Yep.
you were like, "I'm gonna stack bodies like it's fucking Jenga."
All right. Not the strongest, but Zoo, I'm actually not going to count your perception check for this
Oh,
because you're taking part in something that is what's resulting in this roll actually. Athelios, you after a few minutes of having this mass grave dug up and all of this gas being thrown back into the environment here, you start to pick up a very strong scent of sweet decay on the air, and it is very, very pungent.
So not like what I smelled from.
Oh, it's the same smell, but this
Yeah.
is like magnified times 100.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, I think Russell might be attracting something. I think we should leave. Or not Russell, Zoo. I think Zoo is attracting something. We need to leave.
my charisma is very high.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Do persuasion. Let's see this.
Eric,
What the fuck?
token collide.
Yeah, I got an error on my screen. I need to re-roll that.
You can very easily surmise that because of you unearthing this grave, whatever potency and that scent that you were smelling across the forest has basically been released full bore. So anything in this forest that may have a particular interest in that, we'll probably know about it real soon.
Lux.
Guys.
Time to go.
Because we gotta leave.
Are the
Yeah.
bodies stacked?
Time to go.
It doesn't
Has Russell
matter,
stacked all the bodies?
Zoo.
Yeah,
Or
Russell
Zoo
has.
stacked? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, we gotta go. Let's go.
All right, you guys bounce. Do you want to make a beeline back toward the town? What are you trying? How are you approaching this?
I mean, I think let's make a beeline out of here and then slow roll it towards the town. See if there's anything else we can spot
Sure.
on our way back. What do y'all think?
Well, we haven't killed as many as we were told there were.
Yeah.
No.
Well, we've established the mission was to establish whether the stuff has had an effect, correct?
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily to kill all of the goblins.
Your mission is to not single-handedly kill every goblin in this forest.
And we've killed 120 of them, give or take. 110, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we could leave, but
I guess we probably should have had the mayor define what cleanup meant.
yeah, because he's probably going to tell us to come back.
I don't know. I say we make a beeline for wherever Lux's mission's at.
Well, I would appreciate it. I would appreciate it.
Because I don't really have anything to do in the town. The mayor's kind of a dick.
Yeah.
And he's not going to give us anything to be like, cool. I'm pretty sure that's all.
Doesn't he still pay us the rest of the money?
So
Money.
Lux's mission is technically in town. It's in the Dwarven district of town, up in the mining area.
Oh,
Okay. We assumed he was coming from the dwarven
City.
allies that were far north.
yeah.
right?
I thought he was like way.
No.
This makes sense. So
Okay.
let's head back, make our report.
Okay. For all intents and purposes, unless you are actively seeking anything out, I am happy to say that you make your way back to the town without further event.
Cool.
Okay.
What time is? Oh, go ahead.
So you make your way back in town. Again, like night is starting to fall. You've been out pretty much all day. You had 2 bouts of combat. You dug up a mass grave. You added to the mass grave. Notably, you didn't cover the mass grave back up.
That's not my job.
So
We have
a cleric and a paladin. Not my job.
I don't know goblin funeral rites. That's
so
kind of thing for a librarian.
Yeah. So you do make it back to town. As a general housekeeping note here, I do want to be mindful of time and see, like, how long do we want these sessions to typically
All
go
night.
for?
I'm good till
Okay,
midnight
first off,
tonight.
it's Wednesday.
I know when we play League
Yeah,
until.
just like our other. Just like our other.
I mean, I can go for
other
a little bit longer,
session.
but I really
Yeah.
shouldn't go super late because again, I've got work in the morning.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
3 hours is about my max.
Well, I also want to know because like it'll also influence how much I need to prepare, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would say probably 9:30, 10 would probably be my max on
Yeah.
a Wednesday.
Yeah, that works for me. I'll say you guys make it back to town. I think that's a good stopping point if we're all cool with that, and then we can pick up reporting to the mayor. Then next steps.
Yeah. And before we long rest, please assume I am laying on hands. Each of us who has not had lay on hands for 5 points each, just to make sure we purge any of that poison off of us.
Sure. Yeah. You guys were huddled around that mass grave for a minute, starting to wonder.
How did the goblin plague start?
I was there when it began.
I was the beginning.
Well, cool. Yeah, so we'll end there. Like I was saying, in kind of the last session we had, like I'll probably keep you guys around level 4 for a little bit because I still need to figure out the ins and outs of Foundry and like good balancing for combat and all that stuff too, right? So
We smashed this group.
yep, you were supposed to. I was getting a little worried when the crit started happening.
Yeah.
like
You were worried?
I was
I
like,
was starting
these
a
are,
new character.
These are 4 goblins.
You're like, the goblin hits you for 11. And he's like, I'm gonna mock him. 50 damage. Like, oh.
Well, you are dumb.
You're ugly. Oh, hit him in his thick skin.
No, I had it, and then I just like lost it. I'm like, he looks like shit. That's all I got.
Goblin's
Awesome.
like, my mom told me that all the time.
That's not news, buddy. Cool. Well, I'm gonna take a little break and grab some food, but I'm down to play a little bit of League too, if you
Hey,
guys are.
I'm gonna be down for a game, I think. Yeah.